think overall, congratulations, ELiGE.
Thank you.
In the pregame, we were looking at your previous record, and you noticed as well, obviously, you haven't always had the best performances versus Cloud9. So what was different about your approach today?
It was mainly Yukinder. He has a really good read for the game, and he helped. I mean, he's just helping us get like the reads of like what they are usually doing, their normal strats, and how we want to react to it in a really like concise manner. And before every single time that we play Cloud9, it's always been really hard to read them. I think that they're one of like the hardest teams to read, and I have a lot of respect for them because I think they're insane. I'm a big C9 fanboy, so yeah, I felt really good this time.
I want to know about a less talked about change, because obviously the Yukinder stand-in situation is stealing the show, but you guys have brought on Daps as well. What is he feeding you guys in terms of game plans or information?
So mainly it's been Daps, Merrick's, and Nick to just be going over all the prep. They've been going over just like making sure that when we're going over things that it's very concise and making sure that we have all of the things that we need in our playbook. So if we're missing like a fast A round, B round, making sure that all of our protocols are being talked about when they need to be. And it's just overall just having a good structure for the team.
What is it about that environment that maybe these two changes rather together, as well as all the information, that is allowing you to have such a great tournament so far? Because I gotta say, yesterday, but also today, you just seem to be completely in the zone.
Yeah, well, so far with the change, Merrick's has taken a lot of like the more aggressive roles, a lot of like the more in the pack roles. So I've been on a lot more of the sides, and I'm playing for more of the late rounds. So for me, I'm pretty much just playing playing my spot and playing for like only the late round. And having Yukinder have all the plays and the reads just gives me a lot of confidence because he knows what they're doing. He sees like the setups. He recognizes the information really well, and it gives me confidence. Like when one of my teammates just like is so like smart about things, and he just tells me exactly what to do. I'm just doing it, so I'm just being a good soldier.
Oh.
When you guys closed this one out today, it got close on both maps at points, but then you kind of just ran away with it at one point. And whereas before, especially in the Spirit series, you guys kind of had some hiccups. But what was there any kind of mentality change, or was the communication better today? Because it felt like this was a more decisive victory against what should be a harder opponent.
Yeah, I think Cloud9 is a really good team, so I'm happy that like we were able to win in that fashion. Dust 2 is definitely our most favored map right now, and we haven't been able to get it very often so far in these series. So I think it gave us a lot of confidence, and just having a good game plan and sticking to it has been working out really well because we've had the reads like in almost all of these series. Like we know what every team is doing, and we have the correct response. It's more about us just keeping our calm and like being cool. Because we know what they're doing, and we just have to win against it.
Yeah, I mean, it's paying off so far. The tricky thing about you being in Group B and falling down to the lower bracket is you have to play again today to make it to the Lanxess. Who would you prefer to play? It's currently 1-1 between Furia and Spirit.
I would prefer to play against Spirit personally because I think that we were the better team in the first day. It's gonna be annoying like having to play Overpass. So maybe I want Furia, but I don't know. We've been going over a lot of Overpass stuff because obviously like since we picked it that first day and we sucked so hard on it, everyone knows now that we suck on it. So we kind of have to keep picking it, or people are gonna keep picking against us. So it's forcing us to put more and more work into it, and we've been doing that daily.
Okay, you have anything else to ask before we throw it to the loser interview?
Well, I guess one thing that you guys picked it on the first day, and I just want to know the thought behind that, because obviously it didn't look very good, but I felt like it was probably just because you guys got to go 1-for-1 with Shocks and Yukinder on spots, or what?
Well, mainly we wanted to pick Dust 2, so they picked Dust 2. They didn't know that we were good on Dust 2 because obviously we did the roster change, and it's been our best map. Just since that we started playing into the boot camp. So we had to pick a different map, and from watching them play, we looked at like their worst performances so far, and their worst map is Overpass. And we had good reads on them for what they were doing, but I don't think that we were prepared enough because we looked at it, but we didn't believe that they would pick Dust 2 like enough. So like we had like the audible information of what they're doing, but we didn't see enough of it ourselves to make the reads in the game.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. And it's always awesome to hear when you say, well, they beat us, so we want to beat them, of course, now. Thank you, ELiGE. Fantastic performance so far. We'll see if Liquid can close it out and make it to the Lanxess.